Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Moonpressure Let's Plays. My name is Hecto, and today we are continuing with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition, episode 54. Last time we went along with Yuko and Suedo to disable Crusadermon's control of Examon, but Crusadermon herself was not there. So this time we still have one Digimon in the Digilab for Digivolution, and I don't really know where to go next. It's not going to affect Examon for a while. Gotta be productive, take on some cases. Ego searching isn't really my thing, but apparently now there's a Nakano bulletin board. Go take a look if that's what you're into. A Nakano bulletin board? Because right here we don't have any new cases. None whatsoever. Okay, a Nakano bulletin board. Interesting. Okay, we'll take the Gabumon shirt. Never wore that before. And let's head out? Question mark? Nakano bulletin board, where could it be? Somewhere here? Oh no, here! Okay, shouldn't have taken the long way around. This bulletin board is packed with people's grievances. Bulletin board says, I hear strange groans during the night. I saw a monster's shadow inside Nakano Broadway. Bizarre things are happening more and more. What's going to happen to us? That detective agency's gotta be behind this. I just pretend I didn't read that last part. Hey, we got another case to tackle. I hope you're ready for another day of hard... Hold on. What's this about that bulletin board? So people are saying this place is taking a turn for the even weirder, alright? Sounds like the residents have a lot of pent-up frustration they're letting out now. We definitely aren't lacking people who've got it out for us. Once you're a bad apple in their eyes, you're always one, even if you're innocent. Wow! Way to pay us back for all the good we've done. I'm not fixing your AC anymore. The next time there's a Digimon inside of it. Let's see what we can do to clear our good name. What do you say? I say these people are undeserving and deserve to rot in hell. Okay, while we're here, let's go to the Digilab. I think it was a Tentomon that was max level, or was it Tanemon? Well, even if it's not max level, I'll still digivolve it. Lalamon. We have seen this one before, but it's still cute. Reminds me very much of the Koroks in The Legend of Zelda, or like really recently the Aranara species in Genshin Impact. They also look a lot like this. Yeah, even more like the Aranara. Lalamon. Okay. Also only things that we've already seen before. But what can we do? So yeah, it was indeed only Tanemon that was max level. Sad, but Golden Gardramon is pretty close too, only one more level. New cases added. 1. Nakano's Legendary Busters, difficulty 1. Well, at least we're not breaking our backs with this one. The client is Kyoko. This is the case from the Broadway management. There are strange rumors in the Broadway. Solve them with these guys. Who are these guys? Investigation start. Oh! It's the mystery gang!
Hi!
Hey there, May. You're early today.
Of course. When we heard you had something intriguing to share with the club, how could we not rush on over?
Hey, calm down. You sound a little overeager.
Sorry, Detective. She's just a little worked up.
That's made for you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I see, it's all the same gang from our Shibuya Hirasaka experiment earlier as well. Ada, color me surprised to see you're all still part of the Occult Club. Takes guts to stay around after what happened in Shibuya.
That's all on May. After that experiment, she really started devoting herself to running the club. She's practically on fire.
Yep, I owe it to y'all now that I know there really are strange mysteries like that around the world.
Just don't say I didn't warn you. If you get caught up in something serious one of these days.
Oh, I'm doing this research precisely to prevent that from ever happening. You have to know what you're up against to survive. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, just like everyone in horror movies knows that. Seeking these things out is probably not a good idea.
Anyways, I'm sorry to call you all out here when you're so busy as it is.
No, it's perfectly fine, I promise. When we hear the occult is afoot somewhere, we can't help but come running as fast as we can. That's our job as the Inuden Occult Research Club.
Well, I appreciate your vigor. Still, that being said, Tokyo has more than its fair share of occult phenomena going on these days. So why bother coming over to our neck in the woods?
Did you call them, Kyoko?
Well, when you put it like that...
Isn't it obvious? Nakano is leagues apart from anything else you could call an occult mecca around here.
Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself, Kenji. That's what I'd hope for out of the vice president.
Oh, May.
Yeesh, Kenji. You're not exactly doing us any favors getting her all hyped up even more, you know.
Well, what I said is still true. All sorts of weird, unusual things go down here in Nakano. I mean, there's the bleeding mural that's said to have blood gushing out of mouths and eyes in the lobby on the first floor for starters. Sheesh, how did we never notice that? Then there's the skeleton pool, home to a pile of abandoned corpses that turn to bones overnight. I mean, rabid animals exist. Rumors also have it that late at night there are people clad in white flying over the roof while holding a hidden Sabbath. And then you also got the mysterious fish rains that have poured down over Nakano for ages, foretelling imminent misfortune.
Yeah, fish rains are an actual thing, right? I don't remember what causes them, but maybe it was just bullshit, but I remember hearing that somebody said to me once that those are a real thing, those actually happen. Or happened at some point.
All those things remain unsolved, so naturally...
Funny you should mention those specifically, because I actually solved them all already.
What? You did?
You already solved them?
What's this already talk? This is my home base, and as a detective, if you tell me something weird is up, of course I'm going to look around. That's all long in the past.
Aww.
Ada, why the long face? I didn't say this case wouldn't be up your alley. As for your reward this time around, how about I give you guys my file with all the so-called supernatural cases I worked on?
Oh, then of course we'll do it. Tell us more.
That's the spirit. I fully intend to make use of your club's unique expertise for today's case. As we've already discussed, Tokyo has become a real hotbed for the supernatural, and it goes without saying that Nakano is no exception. The reports and complaints I've been getting from other tenants don't look to be letting up anytime soon, and so they've asked me to solve some. But even with my assistant on board, there are just too many for us to handle by ourselves. There are essentially 4 different odd phenomena going around here that I want you guys to solve with your passion and young sensibility.
4 oddities? Okay, go on.
First, I want to figure out what's behind three-legged Matthew, who wanders around these parts in search of something. Then I want you to look into the Kata Kata, who roams the floors of Nakano Broadway. After that, go look into the Reaper elevator, which ascends from the basement to the 4th floor at 2 a.m.
Funny story about that. I actually have been in a Reaper elevator once. It was at my old university, like the very first one I went to in Wuppertal. And yeah, those who know Wuppertal University know that it's basically really cramped but built tall. So it's all those really tall skyscrapers with like seminar rooms in them and stuff. And I was at the very bottom, like in the basement, because it's built on a mountainside, so yeah. I went into the elevator and in the basement I needed to go all the way to the top. And for some reason, the elevator built up so much speed that it actually crashed into the ceiling when I arrived at the top floor. Luckily, it didn't break, so I was able to push another button and it somehow righted itself because it was like above the top floor, like in the ceiling, but yeah, it still worked, luckily. So I could get out with no problem. Still, that was a scary experience. Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, see what you can find about Master Tip Tap, a spirit.
Oh, these all sound great! This is going to be lots of fun to work on.
I've given these legends their names based on eyewitness accounts I've heard. Now it's on you guys to solve Nakano's urban legends, alright? What do you say? Will you go for it?
Okay, this is so exciting. I can't wait to get started. Everybody, we're heading to K Cafe to formulate our plan on the double.
May, wait up!
Those two sure can't contain themselves.
Well, we better indulge them and head over. Not like we've had much of a choice. ...
Don't you think you get to take it easy now? You're joining up with them too.
Well, no complaints from me.
This might be a bit awkward to ask, but I've noticed your assistant kind of just zones out sometimes. Is everything alright?
It's nothing too severe right now, but I can tell things are starting to get unstable with Hector's body. Control over data is slipping.
Oh? Do we actually get some slobber lore why the main character is so airheaded? It actually has a reason? Okay.
Really, Hector seems to have even forgotten what's happened to there.
I really like the Occult Club. They are probably my favorite, like, NPCs that don't get a unique design. Yeah, I really like the Occult Club. The adventures with them are always fun.
Well, now that we're well into the night, our time has finally come to spring into action. Since we're here, might as well start on the first floor.
We're going through every floor and checking whether these strange things are actually taking place, right?
Right. Since the reports of three-legged Matthew seem to center around this floor, We'll start with that for now and go from there.
I get a feeling that the solution for all our questions is Digimon.
Alright then, let's get to work.
Which laugh. And Digiline. Gardramon Gold is max level. Okay. I like this. I mean, they could have just played some creepy music, but I like that we get to see Nakano without basically anything. Are they all spread out? Yes, they are. Okay, so let's start with Kenji.
I figured out a little of Three-Legged Matthew's backstory, so get this! 30 years ago, there was this popular Anita doll whose clothes you could swap out. Matthew was another doll who was her ex-boyfriend.
Wait, he was the boyfriend of the doll or the boyfriend of the person who possessed the doll?
Originally, he was described as being her fiancé, but another male doll that showed up later, Lance, a diplomat, became popular.
Okay, so it's like a cucked Ken doll?
At some point, Lance and Anita got hitched and Matthew was relegated to the ex-boyfriend position.
Okay.
It turns out there's an epilogue of sorts to Matthew's story. After he lost Anita to Lance, Matthew went insane and attacked Lance, chopping his body up and sending the pieces to Anita. But things didn't go entirely according to plan when he tried to send the final piece to her, a single egg. Because as it turned out, Anita was putting Lance's body back together using forbidden dark magic.
Wow, this story is spiraling out of control.
What Matthew did in response was attach that final egg to his own body, ostensibly in an effort to ensure Lance could never be revived. Ever since, he's apparently been walking around with much difficulty on his 3 legs, roaming around here and there, forever searching for memories of the good old days he and Anita once had.
Okay, Lily.
You know, I think Monica and Kenji make for a cute pair, don't you? Oh, but don't tell them I said that, okay?
Informative. Lily is lazy as always. And Monika's the last one. Well, the shops are simply open. I can take whatever I want.
Nakano Broadway at night feels really creepy. I mean, during the day, there are some floors I don't like visiting, but this is something else. Nothing really out of the ordinary here.
All right, then on to the second floor.
Now, to turn our attention to Kata Kata.
Well, time's a wasting. Off we go.
Yeah, everything's just open. Nice.
Monica's such a fraidy cat, but she still loves it when Kenji talks about occult stories all passionately and stuff.
I don't think anybody up against a spirit that could go 150 kilometers per hour would have any hope of escaping. If you bump into it, it's game over.
Okay, so the spirit is really fast.
From what I can tell, that Kata Kata is derived from the famous Teke Teke legend. Teke Teke is an apparition who lost her feet in a train accident. She can travel up to 150 kilometers per hour with just her arms, laughing as she pursues people.
A lot of feet focus today.
Kata Kata is therefore an altered form that Teke Teke came to adopt after many years.
Okay.
The name Teke Teke supposedly comes from the sound she makes when she moves with her arms. So where does Kata Kata come from?
I get the feeling Mei and Kenji are the only ones really serious about this. Manaka is just being a groupie and Lily is just interested in the gossip.
Nothing to report here either.
Yep, let's make our way up to the 3rd floor.
Is Kyoko just trolling us to pass the time?
What will we run into up here, I wonder? Okay, one way to find out. Let's split up and get to work, everyone.
I don't know why you are witch laughing, but okay.
You seem totally bored, Lily. You're just spouting weird stuff now. Hey, Monica. How are things going with you and Kenji? How far have you two progressed? Tell me. What better time is there to talk about love than the middle of the night?
I mean, I agree. Maybe. Sleepovers are like the stereotypical time to talk about love, right?
If you happen to meet Kata Kata, she'll ask, "Need your legs?" And if you don't give her the right response, she'll run off with yours. What's the right response? It's, "I'm using them right now." She's surprisingly cooperative, it turns out.
Thanks. That's the kind of information we need here. Now I want the next Digimon boss to ask that exact question and quiz me on whether I paid attention. That would be nice.
Oh, hey, I think I figured out why she's called Kata Kata. Kata Kata originally lost her legs after falling onto train tracks in Hokkaido. So maybe her name comes from the sound teeth make while chattering. Oh, I thought it was kata 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 in the sense of the train rolling over her legs.
How did you connect trains to teeth?
Why isn't there anything special happening tonight?
Yeah, Kyoko might be trolling us.
We've got one more floor to go. Surely there's something to find up on the 4th floor. Come on, let's head for the elevator.
But wait, don't we need to go to the basement for the elevator and then ride up?
All right, come to us, O Reaper Elevator. Make thyself known before us.
It's past 2 a.m. now.
Why? Why isn't anything showing up? I called out to it and everything, but there's no sign of it appearing at all. This sucks! I hate it! I just want to see that Grim Reaper at least once in my lifetime.
You will?
Is that too much to ask?
May, it's okay. There's still hope. Just keep it together.
Wow, I never took her to be the type to throw a tantrum when things go poorly. May, we're getting worried about you. Why don't we take a little break at K Cafe?
We can just waltz in there?
When we met up earlier yesterday afternoon, the owner said it was fine to use it as a break room. It shouldn't be locked.
She's not going to listen to reason.
I'm in favor of it. I'm beat. I could use a rest after all that investigating.
We can't! There's still Kotsu to check. We have to check everything again, top to bottom. There has to be something here, I just know it.
All right, we get it. Let's just go check inside K Cafe for a bit so we can reassess the situation. Sound good to you?
There's nothing here. No ghosts, no spirits, nothing. Nothing!
Oh, cheer up. Since when does the good stuff ever happen on the first day you do this sort of work?
I just want to see Matthew, Kata Kata, the Reaper Elevator, and Master Tip Tap.
It's okay, May. Really. I'm sure something will come along soon.
Really? You're sure?
What's wrong?
Don't you guys hear it?
You're right. Is that the elevator?
Ah, the creepy music kicks in finally!
Maybe it's Kyoko?
But she's not the only resident here. Who could it be? Wait, maybe it's a cop.
That sound just now. Did the elevator just arrive on this floor?
It must have. It's the Reaper Elevator. It came! I knew it was real all along.
Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap, tip tap.
Oh, we can actually hear it, like, faintly in the background. The music is kind of blaring over it.
Oh my god, that sound! Is that Master Tip Tap?
No, this one was only played once. Kata 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 kata.
But it's a different sound. Don't tell me it's...
A mysterious old man. ...
Wait, was that somebody's voice?
What is going on? What are you kids doing here?
We could ask you the same thing. Why are you here so late?
Late? Missy, it's morning already. I always come here to relax around this time.
Huh? But it's not even 4 yet.
We hung out 2 hours here in the cafe?
Well, it actually makes sense. My grandpa gets up really early too.
Oh, I get it now. That's why the K-Cafe owner had this place unlocked. So this guy can use it.
Wow, that's strangely accommodating and really careless as well. So he has it unlocked every night.
Hey Hector, what's wrong?
Huh? Wait, am I seeing what I think I am? ... Is that a third leg?
And he's flying!
What are you blathering about now? Kata kata.
Those dentures, are they making that chattering sound because they're misaligned? You also came from that elevator, which would make you the Reaper?
Hey, who are you calling a Reaper, you young whippersnappers?
And the tapping sounds must have come from... No! You mean to tell me that this old guy is the one behind all of the local urban legends here?
But no, how could he be? He gets here at 4 in the morning when the Nakano Mall is completely deserted. So who would have ever reported it, and up to the scale that it became a public nuisance, posted on the local bulletin board and blamed upon our detective agency? That makes no sense whatsoever, May. It's as Kakashi says, look underneath the underneath.
You have to be kidding! Oh.
May's mournful cries could be heard all throughout the building that night.
Wait, that was it? That made no sense whatsoever. Still, the atmosphere was good, so I still enjoyed that quest.
So, it looks like you guys came through and solved all of the mysteries. I couldn't have asked for a better end result than what you found out.
What's so good about it? It was all just because that old guy takes early morning walks.
Perhaps, but as they say, Truth is stranger than a fiction. Get real here. Who could have seen any of this coming?
Yeah, I still don't believe it. That's why I didn't see it coming.
Let me ask you something. While you were out running around solving mysteries, what were you picturing inside your head? Did you see things in pitch dark? Did you hear things in deafening silence? Personally, in my opinion, I'd say such strong human imaginations are key to engaging in supernatural research. I feel like I kinda get it, but don't at the same time. Those are just my own thoughts on the matter. Don't read too deeply into them.
I get the feeling that Kyoko really likes the Occult Research Club as well, because she's kind of into the occult herself, with all her feng shui stuff and yeah.
Hopefully, having reached the conclusion that you guys have, it's given you some things to think about individually. Now, as promised, I believe I have my files to hand off to you as a reward.
Those won't be necessary. We've solved other mysteries ourselves through our own efforts. Our own efforts and our boundless passion and imagination.
Oh, that's a fantastic attitude to have.
No, that's a stupid attitude to have. Because all Kyoko's cases are already solved and explained. Why would you bother yourself with mysteries that are already solved? Be original and get some new cases.
Wow, Kenji. That's actually kind of cool of you to say that. And also stupid. Perhaps I was out of line then. If you insist that much, then I won't worry about...
Oh no, we'll still gladly take them off your hands, Detective.
Yeah, good going, May.
What are you saying, May? Haven't you been paying attention to what's been going on? So? Do you mean to tell me you're not even a little interested in what's inside those files? Really, Manaka? Well, maybe just a little. If you aren't, then I'll just go ahead and read them by myself.
Man, and here I was thinking I was acting cool for once too.
Oh, Kenji, you did great. Don't let this get to you down. Just try harder next time. Well, I'm gonna take off now. Catch you two later. Looks like it's just the two of us again. Heck though, I didn't expect them to run off with only one of my files. Either way, we can now report back to the other tenants that those issues have been taken care of. Hopefully that'll improve our standing a little. Those Occult Club kids are something though. They're growing up so fast. Maybe one of these days, they'll start to be friendly rivals of ours. That'd be fun, right?
So you don't want to employ them? I thought that was your ploy all along. To get some, like, fresh blood after I have been reinstated to humanity. And the truth comes out.
What makes me drag my old bones out here every morning, I wonder? This place feels real nostalgic to me for some reason, but I can't pinpoint the reason why.
Might it be because you are a Digimon?
What the?
Huh?
It was Pete. ...
Miko?
It wasn't Pete? Investigation completo.
It's always interesting how mysteries often lead and tie to one another. But I digress. Great work as always. Get ready for another case soon, sweetie.